in the booth. Talking on the ball, you know we spitting the truth. Rub and fight hard, showing love for the game. Owls in the sky, playing for more than the fame. Play sharp on the field, eager to rise. Leeds chants loud, I see a devoted lives. Barnsley Bridge Warriors.
Good evening and welcome to Terrace Talk. I'm your host, King Bush. Tonight we've got a full house of unhappy faces. Well, a couple of happy faces, mainly mine and Dan's, and the rest of them. Oh, glory all as well. You got a win at the weekend, didn't you? But the rest of us, I mean, I finished top of the prediction league. No shock there, really. So tonight, obviously, we've got Phil, who's going to discuss Nottingham Forest getting spanked by West Ham. How are you, Phil?
I'm great, mate. Even better if you weren't hosting, but yeah.
Hutch, Leeds United got a lucky point at the weekend against Newcastle.
Lucky point.
How you doing?
I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Very, very good. Very good. Sat above Leeds, sat above Forest, sat above City. Can't ask for much more, really, from a weekend's game of football. But yeah, and Dan, my good mate Dan from Brighton.
Yeah.
I bet the gay clubs were booming in Brighton at the weekend, beating City.
Everyone was fucking booming after that game, mate.
And we've also got Carl. Internet okay tonight, Carl? I actually, to be fair to you, I thought you was going to bottle tonight, to be honest. You know, with Pep under pressure, City struggling a little bit, below the mighty United. I thought you might have swerved it tonight, but thanks for coming. It's been emotional.
Always a pleasure.
And we've got a virgin with us tonight. We've got Luke, who's been threatening to come on for a while. He's going to discuss Leeds and their draw with Newcastle. We've also got... Sorry, Luke. With you being new, can you just introduce yourself and obviously your expectations for Leeds United this season? So that's obviously what we do when we usually ask people when they come on new. Just where do you think Leeds are going to sort of finish, and tell us how you ended up supporting Leeds living in Sheffield, is it? Bennington?
Sheffield, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, expectation just to try and stay up. I mean, if you'd told me at the start of the season we'd have took 4 points out of Newcastle, Everton and Arsenal, I'd have been happy with that. So I expect to stay up, try and stay up, try and get established back in Premier League if it does happen. The way I started supporting Leeds is my older brother, Arnaif, him and my uncle went to games, so I think I'm kind of forced on me, should I say, really, more than chose to support them or forced to support them. But it's been a long ride, but I'm a season ticket holder. I'm there every week and I won't change it. So I'm happy to be there.
Good man. And we've got Glory Hall with us. He's obviously happy. Top of the league. Scammed Isak off Newcastle. How are you doing, Glory Hall?
Yeah, I'm wonderful. Very, very happy. We got a good win at the weekend, so can't complain there.
Good man, good man. And Mersgoth obviously lost the big game, but still got Saka behind him. How are you this evening?
Not too bad. At the end of the day, Liverpool were relying on a set piece, just like Man United, to get a win. I mean, to be fair, yours was a scraped win, right?
Get him, Mers.
On paper, you would say it is, but in reality, it was quite comfortable. But we're going to that later.
Comfortable. Great. Is that like
go for a couple of comments
the week before? Comfortably.
Pardon?
Is that like Grimsby beating you the week before comfortably?
Oh, our reserve team, yeah. I remember that one. You were discussing it on last week's show quite a bit, to be fair.
That after 60th minute you brought on all your world-class players. Sorry, your world-class players. Yeah. Still
there you go. We've got some. So, Rotherham Gaming Inc. up the Millers. Yeah, up the Millers. Stack crew tonight. Yeah, we have. Good evening. Hope you're all well. John Sullivan, friend of the show.
Hello.
No, Cole doesn't go missing like City's squad. No Leeds shirt tonight, Bushy. No, I don't. No Leeds shirt for me. Wasn't Grimsby Field? Yeah, that's another thing. So obviously we got cheated at.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh my
Field some
God.
world class players. Or something.
Now, mate.
Players.
What was that Grimsby player world class then? Is that why you lost to him? He's a
Yeah,
world
I
class
think-
player
I
that
think-
you're missing.
I think they've got Ronaldo in his prime, illegible somewhere.
All right.
Wait, sorry, Scum are winning the league because they signed Sesko. No, I didn't say winning it. I said we've finished.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
You
did.
said you finished third. If you signed Sesko, you'd win it.
I said we could win it.
I'll tell you what, I'll go to my phone and I'll clip the fucker.
That's
Go on, flip
Šeško.
it, Jimmy.
That's Šeško that took the 10th penalty last week.
Sesko, who's coming off the bench off of every game.
Yeah, it's been an unusual start to his career, to be fair, but we'll get into that. So obviously we're going to run through the breakdown of the results of last week. So we will start with Manchester United against Burnley. Obviously, Man United won 3-2. Bruno with a stoppage time penalty to seal it. I thought personally we played well. I thought we deserved the win.
You're playing the worst team in the league.
Are they
Conceded
bottom of the
2 to
league?
him as well.
You're
3.
playing the worst team in the league.
Oh, 3, yeah, they scored.
You're
Them
playing
goal,
well
didn't they? Yeah.
against them.
Who's bottom of the league? If we get the league table up.
Wolves are bottom.
Yeah, so
Wolves
they're
are
not the worst team in the league, Cole. You've been very disingenuous there.
What I'm saying is, every one of us predicted Burnley to finish bottom.
But every one of you also, a lot of you predicted Burnley to beat us this weekend as well, didn't you?
Well, you
Actually,
did
I
lose
had
to
Man
Liverpool.
to win, to be fair.
And they
We
nearly
did
did.
lose to Wolves, but it was second team.
Really?
It wasn't second team. It was pretty much all your first team, wasn't it?
It was nearly second team. We didn't have a first team, Matt. And they
It
were
was-
playing an eligible player. What do you want?
A second.
It,
Oh
it was
yeah,
a bad-
moan
it
about
was
the
a-
eligible player.
It was a bad performance. Let's move on from Grimsby and talk about where we are now. Above City, above Forest. You know, now you're going to say, oh, it's only
Hey,
3 games in or whatever.
hey, if you actually, just going back to what you were saying about you deserved the win, if you actually look at the stats, the two teams were very, very close. They were very even on possession. They were very even on challenges. They were very even on collecting the ball and the defensive play. So about that whole, you know, we clean cut won it. You scraped to win, mate. Scraped to
Is that
win.
the first game you've won this season, Lee?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Is that the first game United have won this season?
Isn't that the first
Yeah.
game that United have won in quite a while?
How many City won?
Same amount as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're below us, aren't you? So Pep should be in trouble if we're going on your comments last week.
3 games in.
3 games
That's
in.
the difference between you and I.
You spent so much money. Like, we've hardly spent anything.
Whoa. I'm glad you brought that up. Have you had a look at the net spend this summer?
Yeah, but we've sold some now. Sold some before you looked at it last time.
Sitting about 10th in the table for money spent.
Listen, we've sold Sancho, Anthony.
You haven't sold Sancho. Sancho's alone.
So alone.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
loan.
He'll be going for free next summer.
Garnacho's been sold.
Lee, can you fact
That's
check what
gone
you're
on loan.
starting to say?
So we've lost a few players. We haven't spent that much, really.
You're about third in net spend this season.
Yeah, we needed it though. We needed it.
I know, but
Now
a
we've got
minute
keeper
ago
as
you said
well.
you weren't.
Now we've got a keeper. The league's got to worry. We've got to put you all on.
Wait there. 3 weeks ago it was Sesko.
Yeah, but he hasn't had a great start, has he?
You're telling us the league should worry because you signed a keeper.
Yeah, because that's the only thing. We're giving teams chances. Too many chances.
You've got
Now
fucking fire at back, man.
We haven't. Not when they're all fit, and Maguire won't play.
He comes on it like
Byron always plays.
and you come see.
We got Euro, probably one of the best young centre backs in the world. Probably got
Oh
De
my
Ligt, who's
God.
probably, I would say, Dillett is probably the best centre back in the world.
Lee, why are you not winning
my
the Champions League?
Best centre back in the world. You haven't seen Konate play or Van Dijk.
Yeah, he's
They're both
garbage,
better.
mate.
They're both
He
better.
won't get play for Parkgate in.
Oh yeah.
So we've got the structure now. We've got the structure now of a team that will be challenging for the title, and then next season we'll be challenging for Champions League.
You won't even make Champions League this season. Based on your performances so far, you're not making
Not
Champions
qualify
League.
for the Champions League first.
No, we will do this season. I told you from the very start, we're
won't.
finishing above City. I tell you, Pep will get sacked before Amaron.
So I got it. If you don't qualify for Champions League, the 7 of us will put together something that you've got to do, because if you're that confident,
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're getting Champions League.
all right.
It's not even a debate.
Not even going to get
Not
Europa
making
League.
Sunday League. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll put something together so that come May, when you've not qualified for Champions League,
We can laugh.
you're going to be walking around Nottingham in a fucking Mr. Blobby costume or something like that.
So,
And I'll drive to Mulwell and watch you do it.
I think we all would.
so we've got some comments coming through again. Try being a Leeds fan.
So you should
We
change
can't
it.
even sign a striker. Yeah, so Hutch and Luke, I just want to touch on this point. So obviously the transfer window's now closed. Are you both happy with the business? Because you haven't got that striker that you needed, have you?
No.
Not with you, Hutch.
No. We're miles off what we need to get. No, I mean, we've got Calvert-Lewin, which still to be seen if it's proven or not. But we still need a winger. We've loaned Ramazani out into Spain, and he's just hitting ground running. But yet we're struggling for them attacking wingers. I hate to say it as well because I don't like the guy, but Jack Harrison is the only winger on our field at the minute that looks like he can cause a threat to any defence.
He's not really liked amongst the fan base, is he? I believe, Jack Harrison.
Well, no, it's because it's what he's done. We got relegated. He went on loan until we come back up, and now all of a sudden he wants to play for Leeds again.
Yeah.
But he is the only player that comes on and actually makes a difference, and we actually look like scoring.
He's
We'll
a
go-
decent player, Jack Harrison.
What about you, Luke? What are your thoughts on the transfer window? And obviously disappointed that you haven't got another striker in.
I'm disappointed I got another striker in. Also disappointed with the striker we signed. Because I said it before and I say it, Calvin Lewis is a Bamford 2.0. He can't score. He's proved that. I mean, look at his stats for the past, 3-4 years, whatever. Bamford scored more Premier League goals than him. He hasn't been in Premier League for 5 years. So, it's poor signing to start with. I'll stand by that. I mean, unless he scores 30 goals and proves me wrong, then we'll stick to that one. We haven't strengthened anywhere else. Like James said, we lost Ramazini, which is baffling to me. I have no idea why. And we keep Brendan Aronson. I have no idea why he's still here. He can't do it in the Championship. Hey?
I like Nemecha.
Bits I've seen of him is, I mean, he scored, but it was a penalty. I mean, probably everyone would have scored that penalty. And he started against Newcastle. I didn't think he played that well, to be fair. I didn't rate him. He lost quite a ball quite a lot when in their awful time. So I don't know. At the moment,
it's at City when he was a youngster, and then when we got rid, I was a bit shocked because I think he went to Germany, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully time will tell. He's new back to the league again, so maybe in his time to blend in. Hopefully he does blend in. But one thing that's worrying me, we played 3 games now, and we have scored from our open play. It's come from a penalty, which people say controversial penalty, but I don't think it was myself, but I stick by that. And I think we're struggling to score. I can't see where it's going to come from. I really can't.
Comment in here for Hutch. So give over Hutch. Harrison can't do anything. He can't even cross the ball.
None of our wingers can cross the wall.
Feels weird hearing about another Luke. Yeah, another Luke in. Harrison is better than Harrison.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not.
The two Leeds fans not agreeing with that.
Harrison, but he's nowhere. Harrison's not better than Harrison.
Fair play. Fair play. And John Sullivan, he thinks Dominic Calvert-Lewin will come good for you.
No chance.
See, I don't think he's going to do as bad as what people say. And the reason I say it is, if we can keep him fit, he's showing it at Newcastle the other day, he will create us chances. And the one positive thing that I can say about it is Harrison and Calvert-Lewin have played together for the last 2 years. If anyone can bring the best out of each other, it's them two. Not saying they're going to take the league up, because they're absolutely not. But he knows where net is, and Harrison knows what he's going to do. And that's the only time we look dangerous. Like the last 15 minutes against Newcastle, when they were both on pitch, is the only time I thought we're actually going to have a chance of scoring.
Obviously, in one of the comments, says a big if you can keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin fit. But I think if you can keep him fit, he is the type of striker that can keep you in the division. I think he will score goals. He's proved that at Everton.
He's a big if, but I'm pretty sure me and our Luke had this conversation when we first signed Solomon.
Yeah, true.
Injury prone. Didn't get injured.
Calvert-Lewin is the type of striker that gets you relegated. You rely on him to keep you up, and he doesn't.
Yeah, but Everton got to do it. I can't
Who's he
win.
been relegated with? He's
He
not
hasn't.
been relegated. He's kept teams up. His goals kept Everton up.
Kept
He is,
up
and
is
he got an
probably
England goal up.
wrong.
Hey, listen, Paul, if City keep their form up, they might be in for him.
Yeah, so we're going on to City now. Now Cole's chiming up. So we're going to speak to Dan first, because obviously he's got the smiley face. Obviously, Brighton 2, Manchester City 1.
Yeah.
Back-to-back defeats for City. Great win for Brighton. How did you do it? And do you think City are now definitely a club in decline? Because I personally do.
I knew you'd say that. First of all, Herzog, for the first time, I was speaking to fans, for the first time, he got substitutions spot on. He brought on 4 subs that completely changed the game. When we brought on Gruder, a lot of us were thinking, oh, God, here we go again. Especially when he went round Trafford and had the open goal. Because he obviously, in midweek, missed an open goal. He went round the Oxford keeper and missed it. So I was like, please don't do that. But his finish was incredible. And I have to say, from the second half, when we did bring on our subs, we were the better team. There's no two ways about it. City were playing long balls, trying to get it up to Haaland constantly. And Van Hecker and Dunk noticed that and kept him in their back pocket. For me, they didn't have a plan B or C, whereas Brighton did. We knew that Minte and Matoma were tearing it down the left and right wing, so we'd play the balls to them. They'd cut inside. Minte had a phenomenal game, one of the best he's done in a Brighton shirt. For him, he was creating so many chances for us that by the second half, it did look more like we were going to score. And the only reason I feel like that game was only 2-1 and not more was Trafford. He's the reason that we didn't score 3 or 4.
Yeah, and they're going to bin him off as well because they've signed another goalkeeper. But I totally agree with you, Dan. I watched the game. I was surprised City didn't come out of that losing 4 or 5. I'll be honest. You tore them apart at times. It was lovely to watch. Obviously, I could see Cole frowning at me a little bit, but honestly, Brighton absolutely played.
Were we watching the same game?
Yeah, I was in the stadium watching the game, mate. I paid a ticket to watch the game. You didn't even come down.
Yeah, you couldn't find your way to Brighton, Cole.
Delay on your little fire stick or whatever.
Did everyone on this stream watch that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Brighton had one touch in an attacking half in about 30 minutes.
No, we didn't.
Cole, be honest.
Listen, right, no one. Let's have. I just everything you said there, Dan.
Yeah.
In a two-way conversation, I let you speak first, then you let me speak. Yeah.
All right, go on then.
I watched that game. Now, the first half, you didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, I'll
The
give you
second
that.
half, Brighton were a lot better. But I came away from that match and how we didn't win it, I don't know. The penalty changed the game.
Which one's the penalty?
I'm not disputing that. I'm saying the penalty changed, but chances, stats, we battered you. You got your goals, you got your result.
I'm sorry, I'm with Carl on that because if you actually look at the actual physical stats,
Ooh, stats,
right,
friends.
Man City, we're all over Brighton.
Stats, friends. We
No,
have
no,
stats.
listen,
I'm not going to take it away from Brighton because Brighton won all day long. Yeah, Brighton beat City.
Listen, this is what
Stats are
football's
stats.
brilliant about. It's not all about stats. I get that. And you know what? Brighton did a number on us. We got 2 goals. They've won the game. And I accept that. But don't turn around to me and say you should have won 4 or 5. I watched that game. We were the better team.
Be honest, Carl. After the first half, did your internet go down and it were buffering for the rest of it? So I don't think you watched the rest of it.
I don't think we all spoke in group chat after half time.
No, his internet went off, mate. He disappeared. I had to send welfare officers out for him. Do you know what I mean? But so Carl, you honestly, you believe you deserve to win that game?
I think City had enough chances, enough dominance in that to have been out of sight.
So
we were.
Was anybody else in this? Mers, you're a neutral. Did you watch the game?
Unfortunately, no, I didn't watch the game, but I'm just having a look at the stats myself. So
not stats. Not
here we go again.
Well, no, right? I'm looking at the first half stats.
There's only one
I'm looking at the
stat.
second
2
half
goals for
stats,
Brighton,
right?
1 for Man City.
Yeah, sure. Like Brighton deserved to win in terms of like the second half performance and everything. But looking at what it's saying first half wise, Man City probably should have put a few goals in and be like comfortably in the lead, but they didn't. And it's one of those situations where you don't finish and it comes to bite you in the back of the arse. Like
that's exactly what I said.
Man United in the first game against Arsenal. Man United didn't finish their chances and ended up losing to Arsenal.
So what I said there was fair, wasn't it, Mers?
Yeah, I'd say it's fair.
Thank you.
No, I think
I only speak facts, not like Lee Bush.
I think basically Brighton should have won 3 or 4 for me. Anybody else watched the game that didn't have internet issues?
Yeah,
I watched it, but I want to know something else. While you two have got beef, I'm pretty sure the next game is Man City versus Man United.
That is
correct.
correct.
And we're going to absolutely pulverize them. We're going to absolutely destroy them.
So why don't you have a bet?
I don't bet anymore.
Because you
Unfortunately,
lose all the time.
I don't.
You're worried about losing, aren't
But
you?
I can do a different sort of bet where it's obviously I can't. Obviously, I've had issues in the past with gambling. I don't really condone.
Not about money. I'm thinking more. You wear a blue shirt and Colorado wear a
pitch, basically. A forfeit.
I'm happy to do that if we win.
Can we? I don't know if Carl's free or anything. Can we do a watch along? The United States.
I think we should.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I am supposed to be somewhere on that day.
Obviously, but the problem with Carl is his internet, innit? You know what I mean? And
Just
if
say
Man U start winning, I'm just going to turn it off.
You should probably go to McDonald's, probably get a better connection there.
Whoa!
Put 10p in your meter.
But yeah, I do think I'm not even worried about the game. I think we'll win it easy.
What away at Etihad?
Hey?
Away at Etihad?
Oh my god! Yeah. I can't wait to hear the prediction.
Not like there's fans there, is it? It's always empty.
That's why I said empty.
I can't wait for the outcome. Whatever the outcome is to that game, whatever the outcome is to that game, it's gonna be messy. Win, lose or draw, it is gonna be messy.
I got a feeling it's going to be on a very boring game.
For that game, Lee. Will you be in Nottingham?
No, I don't know where I'll be actually. I might even go. But your stadium's not big enough to hold United, is it? So
Not big enough.
one of them, innit? So yeah, so 2-1, and I think Brighton definitely deserved the win. I think Carl.
Stop baiting me, Lee.
Carl, no, this is a serious question. Are you worried for Pep? Because he's got to be under pressure now, surely.
No.
You're not worried?
No.
I disagree. I think he's under pressure. I think he's under huge pressure. I think he's lost.
What about
it.
18 trophies while he's been at City? Why is he
Yeah,
under
how many
pressure?
did he win them without cheating, though? That puts you on -5, surely. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Glory Hall now and Mers and discuss this Liverpool Arsenal, the battle of for me, the only two really clubs that, other than United, that can win this league.
Here we go.
So, for me, I got a feeling Arsenal might win this one, but it's ended up 1-0 Liverpool. Talk to me about it, Glory Hall. Were you there?
Nah, but I did watch it, obviously, and I think it was to be honest, it was a pretty boring game. Most of the time, it was just down to defenses being strong and not really allowing either team through. Gyökeres was literally non-existent, as was most of the game. Ekitike, I think it was just a wonder goal that won the match, to be honest. Let's be real. Both teams, a draw would have been a fair result. I mean, the one thing I was pleased about is Konate played a lot better. He wasn't 100%, but he was much better than in previous games. And considering we've missed out on Guehi from Palace, which is a shame because I wanted to sign him, but missing out on him, at least Konate's stepped up a bit, so I'm happy there. So overall, I think a draw would have been a fair result, but obviously I'm very happy that we got the win.
Mers, you upset with the defeat? Do you think it was a fair loss, or do you think it should have been a draw? Because I thought a draw was about right on that game.
Yeah, based off of both teams' performances, I feel like a draw would have probably been the fair result. It was a fantastic free kick that was the difference maker. From me watching it, obviously, first half, it was predominantly like Arsenal with the attacks and kind of partially dominating the game. Second half, it was pretty much all Liverpool. I feel like the downside I was seeing is, like, for instance, Gyökeres. The amount of times I just kept seeing him drifting off to the left. He's meant to be our number 9. He needs to stay in the middle. He's the one that needs to be on the end of attacks and stuff. And when I'm seeing him drifting off left, I'm kind of worrying a little bit. Maybe once Eze comes into the starting lineup, if he's on that left-hand side, it might mean that Gyökeres will stay in the middle. But if we are to score goals, he definitely needs to stay in the middle. The way that Arteta set up that game as well, kind of with that midfield three with Mikel Merino coming in for Ødegaard, was definitely kind of saying, hey, I'm trying to partially play for a draw. But it's a kind of be damned if you don't and be damned if you do. Because in the past, Arteta's gone to big games, tried to play football and go in for the win and coming away with a loss. And then he tries to set up in this scenario where it's like making it hard to beat Arsenal, to get the goals and stuff, and end up losing because of that free kick. But beyond that, yeah, it's an interesting game. Obviously, Man City in game week 5 is going to be that next, like, interesting game. But I kind of feel glad that we can get those two games kind of done nice and early, then potentially go on a run of, like, form, get some wins. But it could end up being the situation that we get to the end of the season and we go, oh, right, we fell behind, got second place again because of losing maybe a big game like this, basically.
Mers, do you think Arteta then essentially this is his season to prove himself?
As I've said before, I feel like with all the transfers that we've done, with the likes of obviously getting in Gokeres, we've got Eze, who I think strengthens up that left-hand side. The squad depth as well. Like Saliba went off injured in the first 5 minutes, and Mascara came in, and he performed very well in that match, and so that's helped improve that. Obviously, Kivior has gone out, but then we've got Hincapi as well. So, and then we've got Madueke who stepped in, and I thought he played very well in that first half. Probably a bit of a ball hog and didn't really pass the ball when he maybe should have done. But beyond that, yeah, pretty decent so far from most of our signings.
Merce, can I just jump in a minute?
Yeah.
So if you don't win that league this year, is that Arteta done? I know we've asked this question before, but everything he's screamed out for the last 3 or 4 years, he's now got.
It's a difficult one because I feel like it's a bit harsh if you're just going to part ways. Maybe give him another season, and maybe next season be that sort of like buffer zone. You can do it. Yes. Want to see him win something this season, but similar to like other well-performing managers, it would seem very harsh based on where we were and where we are now and what he's done to improve the team. It would feel a bit harsh to sack him. Just didn't win silverware this season.
Yeah, but if you don't win silverware, surely there's got to be a point where you say it's always the bride, never the bride.
Yeah, but the problem is if you go and sign another manager, is it a case then we're going to have to do another rebuild because of some of the players might not necessarily suit the new manager? So
it ends up like United either.
Yeah,
you don't want to end up like United above City. It's horrible.
I would say yes. It's kind of the questions need to be asked at the end of the season, as I've said a few times. But I feel if we don't win silverware, I would still want to maybe give him one more season to try and prove himself.
Fair play, fair play. On to the next game then, and this is a bit of a shock for me because I believe Phil and I'm sure Carl predicted Villa to have a good season this season. I know you definitely did, Phil. Villa 0, Palace 3. What were your thoughts on that, Phil?
I didn't really see the game properly. I caught like the load of highlights and whatnot. I think there was a few. I know there was one particular VAR decision that was a little bit skew-whiff. Was it a free kick or something? I saw that one.
I think
John mentioned it in the
John
messages.
mentioned it, yeah. So anyone noticed free kick wasn't checked with the gap in the wall like the Chelsea versus Palace game. I don't think it should count the goal, but standards of VAR this season has been very poor.
I think with Villa, I think the issue with Villa, I think they were very unstable, unsure about the players they were going to be signing during that transfer window. Obviously, they got the golden three players. They got the golden 3 players just before the transfer window closed, and the majority of them are on loan and whatnot. So I think, a couple of games more, I think Villa are going to show themselves for the team that they actually are and actually show some power force going forward. I think it was just one of those games, a little bit like the Forest West Ham game. Things can get in your head.
We'll get onto that one after, Phil. We'll chat about that one after. But Palace as well. I mean, when they sold Eze, a lot of people thought they'd struggle, but they seem to have still carried on in the same sort of vein. Cole, what are your thoughts on the Villa Palace game?
You asking me then?
Yeah. You are called Cole, aren't you? I think.
Sorry, I was yawning. Not that you're putting me to sleep, Lee, but just one of them games, isn't it? Palace, a little bit like West Ham, they can turn it on and have that game that comes out the blue. I thought the biggest shock of the weekend was Bournemouth winning at Spurs 3-0.
1-0.
Was it 1-0?
Yeah, it was 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Oh, I predicted Spurs to win 3-0 and they lost, yeah. That's why the Spurs fan isn't on this week, isn't it?
Yeah, he's on holiday when in Rome.
So the next couple of games, Chelsea Fulham, obviously that ended 2-0 Chelsea. Don't think no real surprises there. We've got Sunderland 2, Brentford 1. So Sunderland again, I think me and Carl had banged the drum for Sunderland's home form. And that come to fruition again with a 2-1 victory against Brentford. Well, I think Brentford actually will struggle this season. I don't think they are the team they was. And then, yeah, I would probably say the shock of the week was Spurs 0, Bournemouth 1. And also news today breaking that Levy has stepped aside as well. What's anybody's thoughts on that? Obviously, I ain't got a Spurs fan on there tonight, but what are the thoughts on that, Phil, with Levy leaving?
Obviously, we've only just kind of found out about it in the last hour. I know with everything that's happening at Spurs, obviously, Frank's coming in and there's been a change with the CEO and obviously Levy leaving. I think it's just a swap around. You know, he's been there for quite some time. And I think it's time for a new era at Spurs. I think that's all they're looking at. I don't think there's anything untoward behind it. I think maybe he just thinks, new challenge. Maybe, I don't know, elsewhere, or he might just say to himself, do you know what? I don't sit here anymore, and I'm happy to step away. I don't think there's any animosity behind it from what I've read and what I've seen. I don't think there's anything serious behind it. I think it's just a case of Spurs moving into their new era, and he doesn't see him being a part of it. So, which is fair enough.
Anybody else with any thoughts on Levy at Tottenham?
I know Spurs fans have been hating on him for quite a while, mostly because of not getting the checkbook out. I know this summer they've lost out on a lot of the key targets. Like for instance, they lost out in Cappy and Eze to Arsenal. They've had a few other similar situations with other clubs, kind of almost like Newcastle as well, where they kind of lost some of their sign-ins to other clubs, and maybe there's that behind it because transfer window only closed 3 days ago, and it does feel like a bit of a weird timing for it, because if they were looking to maybe do a change of hierarchy, they would have done this a couple months ago. They wouldn't have waited until now to do such a thing.
Yeah, true.
I think Levy is a penny pincher, isn't he? When it comes to transfers,
yeah,
that's why they get beat by so many teams for different players, because if asking price is 25 million, he'll come in at something stupid like 16, 17 million. And anyway, he's trying to run the club as well as he possibly can, but I mean, this is the first year they've actually spent well in a long time. You look at money they got from Bale years ago. They bought 13 players with it, and only one that turned out to be half decent was Lamella.
Yeah, true.
They've struggled that many times with transfers that he probably just steps aside and think, let someone else take it. Like Phil said, there's probably no fallouts or anything that's happened. He's probably just thought it's time to step down and see what someone else can do. But fair play.
Yeah, it's been there 25 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his big project was the stadium. I think he's obviously done that now, and I think he's gotten to a position where he actually thinks he's happy just to step aside, I think.
Mm.
So on to the next game. Many of your picks for relegation was Everton, and they won 3-2 at Wolverhampton. Glorial, you can tell us a bit about this. So Everton, 3-2 win.
Tell you what,
relegation.
I tell you what, Jack Grealish is a changed man. Since leaving Man City, it just looks like he wants to play football. I don't know what it was at Man City. Either Pep wasn't using him properly, or something wasn't right, because he wasn't happy. You could tell it. What was it? 2 assists in his all last season or something, and then
Glory hole. I'm going to stop you there. You're spouting shite. He was pivotal when we won the treble. He got injured.
Was he now? I mean,
To reply to your points you've just made,
he wasn't that great.
he was a consistent player under Pep.
Consistently average, yeah. I just
because you don't get a goal or assist doesn't make you a bad player.
Well, he's instantly come into the Everton team, and he looks like he's the best player in the whole team.
Well, he is. That's the fact.
Well, yeah. No disrespect to Everton, their team isn't on Man City's level, but that doesn't mean to say that Grealish can't be a standout player at Man City. You know, if he was good enough, he'd be a standout player at Man City, wouldn't he? But he just wasn't.
Your sentence just doesn't make sense. He's a brilliant player. That's when he goes into an Everton team, which is below average, he's going to stand out in a sore thumb. It's not that he underperformed at City. Every City player is a world-class player. Going to an Everton team.
They're not, but okay.
Yeah, I think what Carl's saying, and I agree with Carl, is the fact that Grealish, let's go back to his Villa days. He had the freedom, yeah? At City, you've got that much quality that you're asked to play a certain role. And when they've got, like, say, De Bruyne, who he had the freedom. So Grealish was kind of like, I think he played on left, didn't he, Carl?
Played on the left. And don't forget, we're possession-based.
Yeah.
His job isn't just to go past players and cross it in.
No, this is what we're saying. And the fact that at Everton, I think he's been kind of given that free role again. Whereas if he was given the free role at City, he'd probably do for City what he did for Everton and for Villa. But City didn't need him to do that. City needed him to play a specific role and work like the rest of the team work. And that's why he didn't stand out as much at City, but he doesn't have to stand out to make him a good player.
That's exactly right.
You've just got the team to play.
But yes, but if he stood out, he would still be at City. He wouldn't be at Everton.
No. City.
I agree with that.
City, the way City play, and it's like Liverpool play. They play as a team. There isn't a player that stands out and does absolutely everything. Not get me wrong, De Bruyne in games stood out, but like we're going back to the free rollers of the fact that De Bruyne's got the quality to do what he wants in middle of the park. Grealish has got that quality, but Pep chose De Bruyne. He wanted Grealish to play a certain kind of football on that left-hand side. Whereas it was free for Everton, and that's why he stands out, because Everton are a bottom 6 team. He's not going to stand out that much in a City squad that's challenging for title every year, because there's too much to stand out.
Do you guys think that now that Grealish is getting that freedom and is getting that, getting those assists, getting that, that chance to play with Everton, do you think that that's going to benefit his chances of getting back in the England squad?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Easily.
England squad's shit anyway.
I mean, the comments are littered with comments about this. So Grealish may actually become the player I remember him as. He's star boy at Everton, so he'll be loving it. It's like he was a chicken cooped up and Everton have set him free. Can someone find Carl's dummy?
It's just like, I can
say
he's
getting wound up. Everton will play counter-attack where City play the pass football.
Exactly. City play a certain way.
Yeah.
Everton will just basically set to Grealish and in Dyer as well. Both wings will do it. They'll defend and defend. As soon as that ball becomes free, they'll be like, right, you two do what the fuck you want and get us up this pitch.
You understand your point was irrelevant now, Glorio? Do you understand it was shite, basically?
No.
Well, it's built it because they've started past 2 games for Everton, and I think he's been the best player both games. Plus, they got four assists in them 2 games between both games. Hopefully, he's back to the 10 because I did rate him. I think, like James was saying, he didn't have the freedom at City, and it went from Aston Villa, where he had the ego and everything there, and he got knocked down when he went to City because he wasn't that player at City. Because there were so many people who had more freedom than him.
And he also likes to drink. So if he stays injury-free and cuts back on the drinking, he'll have a good season.
Yeah, I think what Glorio is really trying to say is that Everton are getting the best out of him at the minute. That's clear to see. He looks happy. playing football, and Pep's.
And you've totally missed the point as well, Lee.
Pep's control freaking play are just not for Jack Grealish. I wouldn't want to play under that weirdo. He's a weirdo. Let's be honest.
Bushy, pin Poppy's comment.
What is it?
Glory Hole's point was, I'll put it on.
What?
Glory Hole's point was irrelevant because it rattled Carl more than it should have.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I think my opinion of you's gone downhill there because
I'll be rattling Glory Hole at some point.
Another one. Carl's rattled. Yeah, he's rattled your call. Can't lie, mate. And for that Glory Hole.
This is like Gurney to that man.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pop out there. I thought he was going to pop out the screen. I thought I was going to have to get security. So on to next, we're going to talk about Leeds United and their draw with Newcastle. So for me, like, I don't mind Leeds. Despite being a Man United fan, I actually like Leeds. I've got a lot of friends that are Leeds United fans, and I prefer them over City and Forest any day of the week anyway. But I think it's a solid start to the Premiership for Leeds. Obviously, I know the fans, especially Berkshire, he's a bit concerned that you haven't signed striker, but I think Calvert-Lewin will do you a job at that level. They're Leeds' third team. Yeah, I've got 3 teams now. Leeds are my third team.
No. I'll just turn this off me.
So,
look at that lead. Even the Leeds fans don't want you.
Nah. I'm only joking. So someone's saying, John, Leeds should have won. Newcastle didn't look a Premiership team. Glad we brought 2 strikers in. So we'll start with Luke. What did you make of the game? Was you happy with the draw? Did you think you could have got more? As one of the comments thought that you should have won the game.
Before the game, I was worried. I thought we were going to get, because I thought they played well against Liverpool week before. I really did. I thought we were going to get, same as happened at Arsenal, I thought we were going to get spanked again. I thought we actually were going to get spanked. But so before the game, I said I'm happy with a draw. But based on the game, actually, how well we played, I thought we controlled the game from start to finish. We just, we can't score. That's a problem. So based on that performance, I think it's a poor result. We should have won that game. We really should.
Yeah. I think your home form is going to be critical in this league. I think it's a hard place to go, Ellen Road. And I know Cole laughs at me with Everton, and I say I don't think Everton will go down because they've got the new stadium, and I think they'll have that bounce. I think the same with Leeds. I don't think Leeds will go down purely down to home form. I think you'll get enough points from your home games that will see you safe, in my view. What do you think, Hutch? Do you agree with me, or do you think you can get more than that?
Safe. And I totally get where Luke's coming from, the fact that we just can't seem to score. But 4 points from the first 3 games, we beat. Our league is the bottom 8, bottom 9. As long as we're winning them games, we're fine. I think me and Phil spoke about this last week. Newcastle and Arsenal, they're not our. We can't be into them games and thinking we need to get something from them, because you're not. And if you get something from it, it's a bonus. And like Luke said, we're probably what better team. And John's even said it coming from a Newcastle fan, but he supports 2 teams as well. So, but the fact that we looked a better team against a Newcastle squad who was fair enough struggling themselves, but like they did well against Liverpool. Them games you've got to take advantage, and you've got to get a goal somewhere. But yeah, I think we'll be fine. Calvert-Lewin will score a few, but it needs to be soon. But I don't know. It's Arsenal. We don't. Them games you don't even need to get out from. We've won the game that we needed to win. We took a point from a Newcastle squad who's, let's say, at the weakest at the minute, because they haven't got an out-and-out striker until now. So yeah, 4 points, I'm happy with it, and we just got to keep winning the games at home. with the teams around us, and we'll be absolutely fine.
I see 3 worse teams than Leeds, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, even though they beat Forest. Sorry, Phil. That's from
Brentford.
Actually, to be fair, I think Brentford are amongst that as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Brentford they're worse than Leeds at the minute.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
lost
I think Brentford will struggle. So last but not least,
Wait, one second,
Nottingham.
Lee, United are in the shout with that along those lines with those teams.
Paul, get your dummy back off the floor from when Glory all did, yeah? Yeah.
No,
Get back in and realise you're below us in the table.
Lee. You're going to be in and around those teams.
Where are you in the table? Are you above us in the table now? We're going to be next week.
This Man United week come at a worse time because now we've got 10 days of him with his Johnny Bravo haircut saying that Man U are the best team in the league.
Yeah, they're by far the best team in the league.
No.
They were caught against Burnley.
They what?
Can I just say, Hutch, that's going to be the quote of the show. That has definitely. Just like I said last week when I was hosting, can we have somebody on X please do a mashup of Lee and Johnny Bravo, and tag us all in it. Tag us all in it. I want to see that. That's
I don't
fantastic.
want men. I don't want more men with me on the photos. I'm like the gay pin-up at the minute. You know what I mean? Like,
gay, definitely.
women love me, men love me. What can I say? Right, Phil, talk to me about your crap football team, please.
Okay, I'll talk to you about our
3-0.
underperforming.
3-0 at home to West Ham.
You've had your say, right? Wind it back in. You lost against Grimsby. Let me explain. So, I'm not going to deny one bit. Forest.
You can't deny one bit. Your internet's going like calls. You're freezing up, mate.
Oh shit! You've asked his opinion and you keep butting in. Just shush.
He's freezing.
Shut up. Right. So I'm not going to deny it. Okay. Forest did not play very well at all. Yeah, and we deserved to lose that game. Absolutely. We didn't finish our chances. We didn't defend very well. We just took our eyes completely off that game. Now I'm not saying it's solely down to this. However, as you all know, lots going off in Forest at the minute. Worries about Nuno, worries about Marinakis and that relationship. We all know that the person behind it is Edu, really. You know, he did it at Arsenal, with Arteta, making decisions about transfers that Arteta didn't want, blah, blah, blah. He's doing the same again at Forest. We know that, okay? However, that is no excuse whatsoever for the manager to bring that within the team. If that's a thing between those three, to be kept as those three. We can't always guarantee that, though, can you? You know, a manager comes out, maybe he's a bit annoyed one day, maybe he's on his period, whatever it might be, comes out and gives the team a load of crap. They go out and they don't perform very well. They didn't perform very well. But going off something Carl mentioned earlier, West Ham are that sort of team that they'll have that bogey game where they'll just come out and annihilate a team. Yeah. And that happened to be Forest this time around. It's one of those. We're game week 3. Yes, we've lost a game. Wow, Man United should know about losing games. They've lost enough. It's just one of those games. Bowen was on fire. I was a bit annoyed because I dropped him in my fantasy as well. But, you know, it's one of them. Forest have now, what Forest have got to do from this is they've got to think about the importance of Nuno and what he's doing for the team. At the same time, Marinakis needs to chill out, like I've put on my bit where it's got my name and whatnot. Nuno's a class manager, Premier League manager all day long. Edu, clearly, he's done it previously. He's got a track record for this. And Marinakis is Marinakis. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from that man. He's done a lot for Forest. He's done a lot for the club. He's done a lot for Nottingham. But I think there needs to be some even ground. And I think for the game to go forward and for Forest to play properly again, a fine line needs to be put underneath it, and we need to move on.
Just a couple of comments. Definitely should have won against Newcastle. I think Leeds look good going forward, and the goals will come from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's getting into the right places to score. It just hasn't happened yet. That's Wayne Carlisle. Wayne Cork, sorry, Wayne Carlisle. Wayne Cork, who's a Leeds fan, by the look of it.
Leeds fan.
Bowen's on fire yet. He was on fire, and that
will be. Have you seen
the last 10 minutes?
What's that?
In the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, they destroyed you, though, didn't they?
In the last 10 minutes of the game.
Can I just ask you a quick question?
3 and 6, was it? In 6 minutes.
You spent a show last week mocking Manchester United, yeah?
Yeah, because they're shit.
Are they above you in the league currently?
Yeah, sorry, did we? Yeah, but yeah, on goal difference, you bellend.
What?
On goal difference, you
bellend. So we're above you in the league.
You are above them, but Forest didn't get knocked out by a lower division team in the cup either.
3 leagues
no, but
lower.
Leeds did. They got knocked out by Sheffield Wednesday's under 12s.
I'm talking about Forest and United.
Knocked out by a League One squad or League Two squad.
Yeah, but I admit we admit that we were shit against Wednesday. You admit you were shit against Grimsby. You deserve to lose.
And you played your first team.
Reserves.
You played your first team.
You can't say you played reserves, Lee. You played shit.
Wayne Clark brings up a good point. He thinks Nuno is after a way out and a payday.
No.
One thing I would like to say right now in West Ham's
out of Nottingham.
One thing I want to say in West Ham's defense is Potter actually made some tactical changes for Forest. Like I think he's learnt from the mistakes from the first 2 games. He went from back 5 to a back 4 as well in this game against Forest, and I think that played its part in in why they beat Forest in some ways, because he kind of gone, okay, we've conceded a load of goals. Okay, I need to sort out defense. Changed it to a back 4. They were more solid defensively, and they reaped the rewards from the tactics. And also, is it Fernandez or something like that? One of their new players. He played quite well.
I've been joking about it all week. I've been basically saying, because obviously the rumours of Nuno were going to be leaving, and then everyone talking about Potter being sacked and whatnot. I think what it was that the Forest players didn't want Potter to be the next Forest manager. So we thought if we let him win, at least he stays at West Ham for a little bit. I think that's reasonable, isn't it?
Just going back to the United game, Bush.
A joke, Phil. Bushy and Phil are having a lover's tiff tonight. Yeah, mate, we are. Yeah. We're having a lover's tiff.
Grimsby, Bushy. You said you put your reserves out.
Hey?
You said you put your reserves out against Grimsby, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
So, you played 9 players.
Hey?
You started 9 first-team players.
No, it's 8.
Who are you classing as 9?
Because Onana doesn't count as a starter anymore.
All right, so we'll get it out. It was 9.
The keeper's not starter. He wasn't a starter. He's a second-choice keeper. Well, third choice now.
Sesko, Cunha, Ahmad, Ugarte.
Sesko's not starting.
You've just paid how much for him?
Yeah, but he hasn't started a game yet. He's on the bench. Can't say he's a starter. He's not
it went. Luke,
Lee, you know player.
You know that it went to penalties.
He's not fully fit.
Lee, you know it went to penalties, didn't you?
Yeah.
So we didn't actually lose. Hold on, no, just stop.
Maybe did we then?
What 2 players missed for Man United?
And Wormo and Cunha.
Yeah. Aren't they them 2 world-class players that you got?
But they didn't start. They didn't start.
They should
start. They don't have to start.
Start or not, they shouldn't be missing them.
Cunha played the full game.
What sorry for Grimsby? What can we say?
You did not.
We're
no,
still
you
going to
did
go on
not.
about a cup that's irrelevant. We're Man United. We're not interested in winning them little cups.
Don't win anything.
We've won them before.
Yeah, the more interesting than it's not all.
You aren't in Europe. That was your only chance to win silverware.
No, we're
the next trophy you're winning is the championship next year.
FA Cup. You going for what?
Champions League. That's what we're. That's
Championship, you mean?
We're in fucking Europe.
Yeah, we're gonna get. Yeah, we're gonna get top 3. That's why.
Top
We're getting
3.
Champions League.
You're not.
Have you heard this crap?
We are.
You've definitely been spoken that good stuff.
One Premier League. Chill the fuck out.
So, isn't that like 120 million worth of talent and not starting? Yeah, we Sesko's not fully fit for a start.
That's like John, isn't it?
Oh my word!
Gloriole is sending shots tonight. Yeah,
It's like talking to a brick wall tonight.
Goal, man, because he's shot called tonight.
Lee,
Gloriole
say the
shot
funniest thing
called.
tonight? Can I just say my funniest thing tonight? Every time I look over in the corner, all I see is Dan smiling. It's winding me right up.
I'll carry on doing it. That's fine.
He's not said a word. He's not said a word, but he's just there, smiling, looking at me.
Eye contact with you.
He's just playing mind games. He's there, just smiling. And he's done it for over an hour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We missed Dan when he had a little departure from us. Now his smiling face is back. It were written in the stars, really, that they beat Shitty City.
How can it begrudge that smiling face? That now.
That's it. You're just
You're going to be seeing
happy
it in
for
your
him.
nightmares, in your sleep, in your nightmares. You're going to just see his face.
Glorio, what are you on about?
Do you know what? I can't wait until game week 11 and seeing Liverpool fucking beating City and see what this is going to
Have
be
you been
like.
smoking crack or something?
Whatever it is, Bucky's on it again.
Oh God.
Is it? So, just obviously, we're going to be coming to the end of the show. Obviously, last week we did our predictions, and there's somebody that's a bit quiet. He's not got a very big ego, and he don't really want to mention it in too much detail because I think people will get too angry. But there was someone that finished top of the predictions league. Phil, can you let me know who that was?
Well, he's just described Dan, hasn't he?
I don't know, mate. I can't get it up on my emails, mate. Sorry.
Lee, why don't you just
He's
introduce
described
yourself?
Dan.
I think he's
No ego.
he's topped by a far way as well.
Did you say no ego?
Yeah, apparently he said no ego, so
Yeah, so it must be Dan then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Could be anyone.
Don't know what
Could be,
Can't be you, mate. Can't be you.
possibly could be me. Rotherham Gaming sends a fire. He knew it were me straight away. Fire resembles me. Someone get call is milk and rust.
What is this with this?
Get in and go to bed.
Poppy
Go,
is
mate.
laying deep into you tonight, Cole. She's like Glorio. She's fucking going for it.
Next cup Man United will win will be the JPT.
Don't even win that.
Come on.
trophy.
Is he a Rotherham fan, Phil?
Who?
You're a Rotherham fan.
Don't know. John's
Me?
just asking you as a Rotherham fan.
Lee's every fan but Forest and City, I think.
Guys, I've got to say, it's been an emotional evening. I've really enjoyed having Cole's grumpy face and Phil's grumpy face. And now I've got a week to wind you up because you lost 3-0 to West Ham. Fucking West Ham.
You
And you
lost
lost
on
to
penalty
Brighton.
to
And now I get to
Grimsby,
see
you
this little
dickhead.
man's face smiling all day. It's like if Colesberg did football at the weekend, he made it.
No, nah, you can't have that because I did that on Twitter over there. You're not nicking that one. Get your own, man.
Filtering people's things there.
The prediction winner was
Nick,
the king
It
himself.
was me.
Whoa, hey,
Go City,
he's
right?
talking
That's all I
fantasy
needed,
football.
mate.
This is not a fantasy show. That's coming next.
Cole,
Another
Cole, the
show.
thing is, Cole,
That's
the
on
thing
after
is,
this.
it was
If
top.
you hold your
Okay, yes,
horses.
he's winning, Cole. He is winning, yes, quite. I think he's by about 8 points. I think.
Oh,
predict-
just a few.
Well,
Just
this
a few,
week,
my lad.
no, this
You're the
week.
guy that
only
doesn't know anything.
Oh,
The
you
guy you've
shut
been mocking.
up!
Come on.
Oh, you shut up a minute.
Talk to me.
Second place was actually you and me joint, Carl, on 16. He only got 17, so he's Billy Big Bollocks. It's like when, obviously they beat Burnley by 1. He's holding on to that 1. He thinks he's going to get first in the league. That's what it is. He loves the number 1. He ain't going to get it.
I am number 1.
Fucking not.
League table doesn't like it.
What?
King
So
is
what?
top.
Are you number what? The league table? So you're number 1 in the league, are you? I
Yeah.
thought that was Goriel.
No, me.
Oh, you're talking about the predictions. Right.
Yes. Talking about the predictions, the football knowledge. The man's got it.
0.
Don't
The
you mean
man's
just
got it. It's proven in the pudding.
don't you mean just pure guessing?
What
Well,
did you
there
predict
you
for the
go.
Brighton game? I think only Phil said that we'd win.
Who's that? Brighton?
Yeah. I think only Phil predicted that we'd win. Everyone else said we'd get beat.
I think I'd rather spend an hour listening to Dan mock me about winning this weekend than listening anymore for you, Lee.
So I want to say thank you for everybody watching. Thank you for the people in the comments. Thank you for all your comments. It really does help us.
And I
If you
thank
can
Klopp
like
for
the
her
video,
comments
that would be really helpful. And share and subscribe. That's really helpful to us as well. We will have our fantasy football show on Friday. And for all the Millers fans, we will be back from Millers on Millers Monday. We will also be looking at possibly doing a watch along for United and City to watch United spank our little neighbours from down the road. From the stadium, you know them, the ones that cheated a few titles here and there. So thank you again for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on Monday for Millers Monday.